Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are talking about the brand new Disney Plus series, Ironheart.
First 3 episodes.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes. The last 3 dropping next
Tuesday.
which is still next week. All right, so what do we think?
I like it, but to me, there's this whole 4:30 movie vibe, coming home from school, tween thing going on here. I don't know. I mean, yeah, so they drop some curse words in, and there's some adult comedy stuff. You actually see a dog taking a shit, which was kind of odd to me. You know?
Clearly Nutella or something.
Yeah, but you actually watch something drop out of the dog's ass.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a bizarre scenario.
It's like what you're focused on during Ironheart.
Well, can I tell you, it happened. It was
Out of
there.
his ass.
They had the camera on him.
I just hate how it's clearly fake shit. Like they didn't try to get anything better for when he stepped on it. It's just clearly Nutella or something. Yeah.
But it's just I like it though.
Outside of the fake poop, I think the production value of the show is really good.
Yes,
and it shows.
It looks good.
Agreed, yes.
CGI especially because
Yeah.
this had around 2 years to do post-production, so it's great.
Yeah. I am very impressed with one character in the entire
Can
show.
I guess?
Kind of same.
Yeah.
Hood?
Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie. Yeah.
I think Natalie was a great concept. When it first happened, when she was in her room, and I thought, it's a dream sequence or whatever. But I said to myself, wow, fuck. She's got her dead girlfriend, her dead BFF as AI for her.
Yeah.
Suit.
I just thought, and her acting through the show, I got your back. What the way she was my favorite character. Riri
Yeah, there's something
kind
about
of
she's a
annoyed
little
the shit
flat.
out of me.
Yeah.
She's a little
For-
flat
Yeah.
or something. I can't figure it out.
There was nothing in the first 3 episodes that actually made me want to like her.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I know she's going through a rough time, but she did nothing.
She's kind of just the least interesting character
Yeah,
in the show.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no I can't even tell there's not a major struggle seemingly for her because she kind of just has an Iron Man suit and I don't even know.
And people keep giving her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. One of my favorite characters they just seemingly killed off. I'm not sure if he's dead or not.
Yeah, they
'cause we don't
fucking killed
really
that guy's cousin.
But we really don't have confirmation of it. But I thought he was a good character.
John?
Yeah. He was a good, solid character, a great actor, and now he's seemingly gone. I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward. I still think there's some Mephisto stuff that can change that. Who knows?
If I had to guess,
You know?
Hood does something to bring him back.
Yeah.
And it just
And then
kind of pushes him over the line.
I think he knows the story now, and I think that he's going to do something to bring him back. Yeah. And it's going to snap him because then he's going to be full on.
Because even now, he just doesn't have
He doesn't have
his
control.
cousin
Yeah.
as a support structure.
Yeah.
His Hood's powers aren't very impressive either.
I feel like that's the thing that makes him interesting, though, because it's not even that cool of a powers, and it's limited too, the invisibility.
To
but,
me, his
the
fight
way he
sequence,
uses
I
it.
thought was cool. But the first thing in my head was Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler does that where he disappears, comes out, punches you, disappears, and he could bend bullets. Okay. All right.
Well, with him, he holds his breath and turns invisible.
Yeah, he has to hold his
Yeah.
breath
Yeah.
to turn
So-
invisible.
Yeah, and it's not teleporting. So I just find it cool when a somewhat limited character uses his powers extremely well, type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I still don't know what's going on with the gun fucking turning, whatever that was. That was weird.
Yeah, he's not up on my list of
And I think
impressive.
And I think the boots he wears make him levitate.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen that yet, but
Well, it's like walking on air.
walking
type
it, yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah. I'll at least say that I'm interested in him just because of the lore behind him, and I don't really know much about the character aside from being a magical thief.
Yeah, and I know that this has nothing to do with Mephisto. I know it has something to do with Dormammu, actually.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
comics, Dormammu, he doesn't even know that, I think.
Yeah.
Dormammu is the one that kind of supports his powers.
Yeah.
There's a cool alternate universe thing where he leads a country and he ends up getting killed by Rogue, but Rogue fucking his power, or I guess Dormammu's power, just completely overwhelms her, and he just fucking explodes and Dormammu comes out. It's a very cool moment. It's one of my favorite moments in comics, but yeah, I don't know.
I think the supporting cast is great. The mom, I guess Natalie's brother. That's Natalie's.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
thought
don't
it was like
see. He's kind of useless.
is he a cousin? I couldn't
No,
figure
but
it out.
he's so attached. I'm assuming it's his her brother.
I don't know.
I don't
thought it was
know.
just a
He
friend.
doesn't live
I
there.
honestly couldn't tell you if he was like
A love interest?
well,
or
cousin,
cousin?
brother, gay best friend, or love
Yeah.
interest.
Is it
Yeah.
Natalie's brother? Maybe.
Well, that's what he's trying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Yeah,
Natalie's brother. No, see, I don't know.
I thought you meant
Maybe
Riri.
you know,
Natalie.
with the headphones. And
Because so does that mean the way I figured it? Gary was the dead boyfriend. Stepfather.
Mhm.
Is that Gary's daughter? Is Natalie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
No.
No?
That's
she.
I was
he was
confused
like
on that.
Riri's.
That's Riri's
stepdad.
That's
Stepdad.
Riri's stepdad.
Stepdad.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it
But-
Well,
like?
the dad
is-
that stepped up.
Yeah,
That's just
Yeah.
wrong.
But like, are
Oh,
they
boy.
like almost
Oh,
like
boy.
were they doing like a merging families type thing?
That's what I thought. Is she Gary's daughter?
I don't know. It is confusing. I was thinking
know.
that.
Yeah, I was thinking that also, and then they became best friends through that.
You know what? It's quite possible because he did run to Natalie as opposed to. I mean, he might have known Riri was okay behind
Yeah.
the
The
car
door.
door,
Mm-hmm.
but if that was his actual daughter,
Is that-
Natalie,
yeah.
I mean, he kind of made the move to go protect her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm still-
I don't know. It kind of seemed like maybe like Riri's dad, something happened early on in her life, and like he was there early, just because like.
Well, I think they mentioned that her mom was a widow, unhappy widow.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happened,
Yeah.
and then Gary came along.
Yeah.
I kind of got like, especially with the like mechanical, like engineering stuff,
Mhm.
like they have had some kind of bond for a long time.
Right.
I
Mhm.
would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I honestly couldn't pin the whole dynamic of all that.
Do you think something's going on with like how they died?
Yeah, I was about to say, were they
drive-by.
targeted?
That's all they said was it was a drive-by, right?
Yeah, but we don't know the.
The hood
reasons
killed
why.
him. No, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. What do you have?
I don't have anything. It's just like something is clearly going on there with like
Mhm.
when she looks at the memory and just like how that whole thing was presented. Like something weird was going on.
Yeah.
I just think that they got caught up in something.
Well, it's just like how they showed it was just I don't know. It was like weird. to
Well,
me.
it's still flashes and everything else. We still don't have a
Well,
full.
There was the
story.
one part where like they were visiting the place, and that
Mhm.
was like
and then she had
the
that
weird
vision.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. And also, like, I'm not sure what's going on with Natalie, like, being able to remember stuff that
Which-
Riri couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, she says there's some things she can't remember and some things she remembers, and then she's trying to put it all together. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of
I also don't know, like, how she was made.
Mm.
she somehow with her connected
Well,
to.
like,
To the
it seemed like an
robot.
accident
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, she had no intent.
She didn't want to do that.
She wanted to do the Wakandan AI,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
whatever
Yeah.
it's called, Grut, whatever.
Green
Green
or
Day.
something
Like that.
or whatever.
And for some reason,
See Green Day?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Man, you're a basket case.
but to me, first 3 episodes, that was the coolest thing for me. Like
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know how that. I figured she was gone. She was gone.
Yeah.
But to bring her back in that way,
Mm-hmm.
and then keep her for
But she still has some solid memories. Like she froze when that gun came out. She
Yeah.
just froze.
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
was like, wow,
she didn't
that's
know
weird.
why. She
Yeah.
didn't know why that happened either.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I just think it's that was the only cool addition to
Yeah.
the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, like I feel like overall they're like kind of just fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that annoyed me. I can't see someone throwing 500 pounds of armor in a fucking wagon and
Just-
walking
Yeah,
across
yeah.
town.
Mm-hmm. Little kid
Just
pulling it.
walking in front of whatever the neighborhood
And that's another problem I have. Apparently, has some notoriety of who she
Right.
is, and here she is in her Ironheart suit that people know about. And there's a guard who's not killed;
Mhm.
he's just injured, pointing a gun at her, and nobody's ID'd her yet.
right.
Yeah.
But doesn't she have isn't she wearing a signature?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I think people know that she has the Ironheart suit, correct?
I
Yeah.
kind of just feel like Shield would be at her door.
Yeah, that's somebody
You know?
would be there. I
what
mean,
what did we
you
say?
you shot a security guard. That's
Yeah.
well, you were there.
Yeah.
It's attempted
why
murder.
would she ever leave Wakanda?
That's that's the
yeah.
main question.
Why wouldn't they just offer her
Yeah, but
to her, their university? I'm
didn't
sure they have a
didn't they
university.
push her out? Didn't they
They
tell her?
tell
to leave?
she was no. I think she wanted to leave, but she had to leave the
The
army.
suit.
Yeah.
And then she built another one.
You know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're going back to MIT, which is a great school, but I'm sure Wakanda with their technology.
Yeah.
She seemed like she got along good with
Shuri.
Shuri,
Yeah.
right?
I think the whole thing with that is that like she wants it to be her own type thing, and like with Wakanda, like they would never let her have it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. There was one weird thing that she said like early on, and it was like, because like there's also like this whole pursuit of like funding that she's doing.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you
Yeah.
think Tony Stark like would have done all this if he wasn't a billionaire? It's like he fucking did. Like it's the whole
Yeah.
point, kind of.
Yeah.
He built us in a cave.
He, like,
with a
yeah,
box
like,
of scrap.
He did though.
Yeah.
The whole thing spawned from
Nothing.
nothing really. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was in a
Yeah.
cave in fucking Iran
Yeah.
or some shit. So
Yeah, she was annoying.
yeah,
I
kinda.
also just don't get why the fuck would you go across town to a stranger's house that you don't even know about? Like the suit
With your armor.
with your
With your
armor,
armor.
and your armor doesn't even fucking work, so you got nothing to defend yourself with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just collected millions of dollars, but you're blackmailing him to get the shit that you
Yeah.
want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't have the money yet because.
But she never made an attempt to pay him afterwards.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
didn't say like, "Oh, by the way, here's."
But then she found out who he
yeah.
really is.
yeah, then she
Yeah.
found out who he was, which I thought was cool. I didn't see that coming.
I
either.
didn't
thought
see
that
that
was
coming.
cool.
Yeah.
And his father was an asshole.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
One other thing with like the whole showing like hard stuff, I guess, fucking higher content. I don't know. I'm freaking blanking the word. But like, there's a scene where you fucking see is
Oh
like
my God,
that was
just-
insane.
That
like
was
for a
insane.
Disney
That was,
movie,
yeah.
Fucking
for
crazy.
a fucking like
Grotesque.
anything really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is actual just like body art.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Well, you were telling me that like in the comics he's
His-
trying to like integrate the Iron Man
Yeah.
suit like into himself.
Into his
Yeah,
body.
that's his whole
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Because like that's his edge against Iron Man.
Yeah.
So
How did he know how his dad died?
yeah, me and AJ were fucking laughing. Because like, how does he even have his ashes? He fucking fell into a like nuclear reactor.
Yeah, he fell into like a fucking arc reactor.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like how would you go about this kinda? Like it seems like
Yeah, the fight was taken.
Yeah.
how is there a fucking piece of him left?
Yeah.
He fell into just like I don't even know. He just became fucking atomized, really.
Yeah.
At least that's my interpretation.
So
of
in the
it.
comics, is he bad?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
He's a villain?
Very evil, like fucking killing hundreds of people type evil.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
I kind of have a feeling like
Yeah, I had
he
a-
will be bad at the end of this.
yeah.
Well, she just basically fucked him.
Yeah, well, she definitely screwed him up with leaving that,
That
skin and that.
Skin there.
They definitely.
All right. I mean, like
Hey,
for me,
so-
I'm at a 5 right now.
In these next
can go
three,
either way.
apparently Mephisto's supposed to show up.
I
Well,
hope not.
I think by 5.
Apparently, yeah, it's probably Mephisto, but like Marvel already put something out. Like next week he's coming, and it's just
And it's
Like a
definitely
shadowy
it's definitely
figure.
what's his name now.
seemingly in red.
Shasha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
saw his name popped up in the.
I mean, yeah, where else would they go after the ending of the last one too? Just
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos fucking run around screaming at some entity. Who else would it be? You
Yeah.
know?
I gotta say though, like while watching, I wasn't like really like big on Anthony Ramos, but like I feel like just thinking back on it, like he definitely is like a big presence. Like
No,
he
there's
does
no
that
doubt.
very well.
I think he's maybe the best actor in the show, kind of.
I've
Yeah.
always
I don't even like know what else he's in.
He's in like a lot of commercials, honestly.
He's
He's
from
done some character actors.
he's from Hamilton.
Yeah.
In the Heights. He's a big Broadway guy.
Mhm.
Interesting. Makes sense, I guess.
It's going to sound weird, but I really hope it's not Mephisto. I think this is just like fucking stupid and a waste to bring in Mephisto and Ironheart.
I'm
When you-
wondering if Mephisto somehow is even connected to Natalie in the suit.
It's,
Well,
I would have hoped they would have brought back what's her name as Death
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
before,
Yeah.
like giving
I-
us
Aubrey?
Mephisto
Yeah.
in a tech.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't make sense. Even the hood and everything itself, the material, whatever it's going to
Yeah.
be made out of. I just really hope he's not going to show his face in this. It's just to me disappointing because they had 8 billion opportunities to do it in the genre
Yeah.
with people that it just would have made sense.
Yeah,
It is weird to like cross tech and the supernatural
Sure.
on the whole,
Which
I
is
think.
cool.
But it is like an interesting concept. I mean, I don't know like how much of the marketing you saw for this, but like in the trailers, it seems like Riri learns magic at some point.
Yeah. Like
Mm.
it seems like it's actually integrated into her suit.
So
We might be getting like a Doom type thing.
yeah, I mean, I said to Jack, like, also, like, I heard that the first 3 episodes of the show are what they are. The last 3, someone interesting appears, there's the second to last episode, and then apparently the finale is like fucking crazy. So I don't know what that means, but
We're in for a ride.
Robert Downey Jr. was also a part of the marketing for this show.
I was just saying that I feel like that might just be because they got him on call now. And
I do
Iron
see
Man
what
and
you're saying,
Ironheart.
but if we're gonna go to like the extreme, Mephisto and Doom are kind of related characters. You can kind of do like the Tony Stark thing. So I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Just going back to what you said before, she learns magic at some point. It gets integrated into her. If that happens,
Seems like it. Yeah.
If that happens, fuck this show. That's where it's become stupid.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
I'll have to see it play
You
out.
look. You literally have Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
I know.
who is integrated. He could be the master of the mystic arts, and he's as high tech as Tony Stark ever was. So that's cool, having an armor plus.
Yeah.
But
Doom is Doom. Like that's
no,
cool.
I understand that.
But
I just,
From what I saw from like some of the clips, it kind of just looks like if you had an Iron Man suit and then like Doctor Strange,
right.
like the
Yeah,
portals and shit.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if we're gonna get some cameo from like some magic character, fucking like
Wong.
I
yeah,
hope
like
it's not
maybe they're
Mephisto.
gonna bring Wong in for like the last time.
Well, I think Mephisto is like it's like a shoe-in at this point. How
Final
long
guess.
is rumored?
Eric Andre is Mephisto.
Eric Andre's dead.
Oh yeah.
This character died.
Well, yeah.
Well, they
He's
said
said
he's
they're gonna bring him
killed,
back.
but nobody's seen a body yet, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, true. She just said he wasn't moving.
It is weird that like why what was Hood's motivation for killing him?
He
they don't
sucked.
do loose ends. That's
Yeah.
what John said.
Yeah.
Oh, Stewart.
Stewart. Yeah, so they fired him. But he even admitted, I guess, John even admitted to killing him, didn't he?
I don't remember.
When they were going through the greenhouses.
Yeah. That's when he said we don't do loose ends.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool when he grabbed the clown, I guess.
Yeah.
He was the one, and smashed her
Oh, my
face
God,
into the
yeah.
table.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to be that violent
yeah.
toward his own crew,
Yeah.
but that was like, what do you think of the crew?
I love the crew.
I don't know. It's a ragtag band.
Those two fighting, the brother sister
yeah.
or brothers, whatever the heck they are, brother sister, right? You don't
yeah,
know?
we don't know.
Couldn't
Even
tell
the
you.
hacker. With
They're
the-
just
Yeah,
out there.
they're
They are
fucking-
out there.
They're fucking nuts.
And then clown is crazy.
Clown is cool.
Different
with the,
color teeth and everything else going on.
I was
Yeah, don't
confused
know.
like
And-
why they even needed Rampage.
and Slug,
know. Yeah, it's Slug.
right? That's or his name.
Yeah.
or her.
I'm fucking shocked with a single one of these people's names. I don't know any of them.
You don't remember them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
the-
know Stewart and then like
And
the
Stewart wants to be Rampage, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
blood twins,
why
that's
did
what
they
they're
need
called.
him?
Because it seemed like he clearly
He
like
wasn't-
even within the
supposed to be a
team
tech
he
guy.
wasn't the tech guy really.
Yeah,
Like-
Slug was right.
Yeah.
She was the one with.
Well, she
getting
was the computer one.
antivirus
Yeah.
and
I
all
fucking hated every time like she was typing. It was clearly
with those nails.
Yeah.
Well, no. It was just like clearly she wasn't typing whatever
Yeah.
was going on to the screen. Just like mashing the keyboard.
But as a crew, it was. I found them funny. I
Yeah.
found them interesting. Each one to his own little specialty.
Yeah, they're certainly an interesting crew. I mean, I'll give you that.
And
yeah.
what's the guy? The main guy, John. I
John.
guess
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
with the
knives.
knives.
Yeah.
Stiletto or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of his death, Ironheart?
If it's really
I-
death.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
Ironheart's perspective on like clearly killing him or leaving
Or
him to
leaving
die.
him to
Yeah,
die.
she left him to die.
And I think she's hurt inside about it, but
He was going to kill her.
yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Still though, like even it wasn't an immediate danger. I guess like
Well, I mean,
the real danger was that like she probably could have gotten away and saved him.
Yeah,
I
but
But then
would
she's
have-
still out
yeah.
there somewhere. She
Well,
still
yeah,
has
I'm
a
just
family.
saying, like-
Yeah. I was hoping the suit was just going to walk through the door and crush his friggin' head.
That's what I
but,
thought.
Yeah.
you
he
know,
also like he knew that there was something going on with.
Well,
her.
I know that,
Yeah.
but like I'm just saying like it's not an immediate danger. Like
Mhm.
fucking Batman wouldn't kill him or anything.
I don't know. She got cut.
Yeah.
Right? He did cut her.
Mhm.
And he.
But like he was a weekend after fucking passing out almost. So
well, they both was. She was suffering the same.
Yeah, like I guess I could see why.
also like what the fuck is with that security system where it just kills people? Like that is insane.
But we don't know that.
But it was just pumping out the
Which I thought was
O2,
cool.
pumping in
if you
CO2.
pump, if you pump in the
too.
CO and it doesn't detect anymore, like you pass out,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then it stops I mean, we didn't get past that. We just kind of got to him laying
Yeah,
there.
he could be still alive.
He could still be
I
alive.
feel like they set it up where like they were clearly gonna die in there.
Because I don't remember him on his knees.
No.
Remember at the very end, he was when Hood had that vision. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember him being like that.
Yeah.
I just remember him hitting the floor.
I think that was Mephisto. Just
just
whoever
fucking
just
with
trying
them.
to do
Or
anything to make it
or
look
could have
worse.
been at the point right when he started to awake.
Yeah.
And Mephisto's just fucking with everybody or whoever it is.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's kind of a combination of both, honestly.
Because truthfully, it's a waste of a really good character.
Yeah.
I know it's
Great
only
character.
6 episodes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know.
That's kind of like the thing also about this. That's just like what is like even the point of this? Like maybe at the end, like fucking like Shuri and like Captain America walk through the door or some shit.
jeez.
Ghost Rider.
Like
Is she in Young Avengers or
I think she's supposed to be a young Avenger.
eventually?
If
'Cause,
I had to
like,
guess, in the MCU, she probably would
There
be.
was that whole thing where they were doing the promo stuff for like I guess it was like the Disney Marvel cruise or whatever the fuck, and Kamala, her, and then I want to say like Ant-Man's daughter or like
Yeah.
America Chavez or something.
I think it was America.
So I don't even
Yeah.
know, like
Where she belongs.
yeah, or like how we're gonna get there.
It's actually Kamala, Ant-Man's daughter, and Ironheart.
Yeah,
And she keeps saying that she's not a bad person, but clearly she makes these bad choices all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, she's living on the edge of being a bad
I
person.
kind of like it's not even the type of thing either where it's like she almost just like she's like Jar Jar Binksing her way fucking through life almost, where it's
Yeah.
like you're stumbling through and it's like, oh, you knock down this thing and like 900 droids died because of it. Misa fucking so like secret like powerful character.
I don't even like know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just, like, so fucking funny to me.
There's like a whole theory that in Star Wars like Jar Jar
Well, I
Binks
know that, but
is like the secret like Sith Lord because he can somehow fucking stumbles his way into like the most perfect fucking scenario.
The king
just
of
has- he
collateral
just-
damage.
Yeah, and he just has luck.
Yeah, it's like oh he ducked and like
Yeah.
fucking 7 like people died behind him that needed to die.
True.
But that's kind of like what she's doing, right? I mean I just feel like everything she does is she doesn't feel like she's concretely making any fucking choices and
And
she's kind
it's-
of just floating through this story.
And my big thing is some of these things that they've been doing, do they really need the suit to get them done?
Well, we haven't seen
We
what the
haven't
hell the
seen-
suit
Except,
can do.
except for maybe smashing through to save somebody in a greenhouse.
I mean, she almost got crushed.
She
Yeah, she almost got crushed.
crushed.
That's what I mean.
So, like,
she
not-
she dropped the thing down that she had to go, the little chip. She dropped it, and she
Yeah.
had to go to Plan B,
It's
which
not-
Riri told her about. It wasn't even her.
Wait, Natalie.
It's
Natalie,
not,
I mean,
Yeah,
Natalie
it's
told
not
her about
weaponized.
it. It's not weaponized
She
yet.
has no,
Yeah.
and
It's just-
she obviously didn't take any vibranium from
No.
Wakanda. This is all steel or iron or whatever she could find. So
Yeah, and I don't. I'm like still kind of lost on the idea of like, why does she think she needs like $1 billion?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it kind of seems like you're like 75% of the way there. You know?
it's a really in the beginning. I think I remember her saying it's her design is basically going to be a rescue suit
Yeah, so
for first responders. They can get there in time. I think that was just
So this is something going back to the killing of
I'm assuming that's what I thought.
Natalie
in
and
the first
stepfather.
episode. She's making this so that someone can get there
and
before.
that's why I became a doctor.
But which I think is cool. I mean, it's marketable.
Yeah.
It's self-contained, firefighting, whatever you got to
Yeah.
do. You get in there and get the victim
Again,
out.
it brings me back to my tween 4:30 movie
Yeah.
theory. It's just that's why it feels like that to me
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's-
I guess I could kind of see where you're coming from with that.
yeah.
So the fragment of the hood or like clipping
Yeah.
that was left in the greenhouse.
No. She had that. What she
Okay.
left was that fake skin stuff that helped to bring in the metal of the torch.
She still has the hood.
She still has
Wait,
the
what are you
hood
talking about?
piece.
Fake skin? Like the Ezekiel shit?
Yeah.
That's what she left behind. Now that's going to be traced back to Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like we're left in a thing where it's like for as like fake conniving and like Jar Jar Binks like stumble her way like through type of shit was going on. Like she's also fucked herself royally in 2 different ways. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I guess she's already kind of fucked going into all this.
She's probably created her next supervillain
Yeah.
Yeah.
by turning that guy, into
Against her, yeah.
I really hope Hood doesn't die, because he's just like such an interesting character in the comics. He like leads like a new like coalition of fucking super villains. There's like hundreds of them.
What do you think's going on with him?
I think it's just slowly corrupting him.
Yeah.
So it's like veins or
Scales, they say.
Scales
at
or
one
I
point.
something.
know
they
someone
kept
said
saying
scales, but I
scales,
can't
yeah.
see it.
I don't know.
And the guy and his cousin was just tattooing over.
Over it
Yeah.
to hide it.
Yeah, I fucking hate doing this to you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like there's darkness or something getting into him.
From what I
don't know.
read in the comics, at one point the cloak makes him a demon,
Mm.
like straight up turns him into a demon. So I think that's what's going on with him.
Mhm.
Because if you notice in the greenhouse after he kills that millionaire,
Yeah.
for a split second his eyes turn black.
Yeah, I saw
Mm.
that.
So that was interesting.
Definitely saw that.
So we'll see.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely an interesting character. But
I hope we don't do a thing where it's like, Mephisto's been bad to me all along, and then he becomes good. I
Mm.
kind of just want him to be like this villain.
the villain.
I like him
You
as a
know?
villain. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's like always the issue with like even like Green Goblin, where like
Mhm.
the other side is gonna fucking corrupt me completely. Like at some point you just want it to be like a consistent villain
Yeah.
because of like
Mhm.
how they're set up as like this interesting like almost political character type
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're in a world where everybody knows that this stuff is going on. They've spoken about it in the show. Even when they showed up at the greenhouse, oh, I knew you were going to show, and the other heads of industry told me this was going to happen, and here you are. And then he thought that he had one up on him, which he really did. The alarms went off, and people were going to either be knocked out or killed in the greenhouses. But then he turned around and killed them, and all the other guards as well.
Mm.
So it's I don't know. There's definitely something weird going on there. But it's in a world where people know that these exist. Why wouldn't these heads try to go out and get good superheroes to help? Where are they? That's another thing that always happens in these things. Where are the other superheroes?
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking New York got corrupted by the Void, and Spider-Man's nowhere to be fucking seen.
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess.
she's what in Chicago.
She's
right?
in Chicago
Yeah.
now, but again, I'm going back to her notoriety. People know the suit. Things flying through the neighborhood. People know who it is.
I fucking like.
And then she lands, and this
How,
little kid
you
has
know?
no idea.
It had to be like shit she was doing like post Wakanda,
Yeah.
right?
What was on the walls when she was going to get stuff at that junkyard? And the guy behind the desk
Oh
knew
yeah, it
her.
was like her like school.
It was all his school stuff. I think in
Accolades
one of
and
those
shit.
photos was one of like a mock-up of one of the iron suits.
Yeah, but it's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Even before she went to Wakanda, she had a suit.
I don't remember like why did they bring her to Wakanda? Was she like doing this already?
She already had the suit,
Yeah.
and then they came to her school and got her because
It's a weird thing because like
they even knew about her.
I think it might be what happened to the first suit.
It's
she
just
had?
in Wakanda. She wasn't allowed to take it.
No,
home.
no,
Because
no.
they
Oh,
upgraded.
The one that they found her with.
I don't.
Yeah,
Because
that
like I
don't
think
know.
is that the suit that she currently has again?
It might be parts of it at
Mm,
least.
Yeah, parts of it.
Why
Because
don't
like
I feel like that one was destroyed
I
or
think she
something.
was like
Yeah.
she like rebuilt it at school,
Yeah.
and then like security was like ushering her out, and then like forgot that they were doing that and let her get into the suit.
I don't know. Even falling in a suit like that though,
Yeah.
should have killed her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
kind of
what I
seems
said.
like she would have
That
fucked
fall.
up from that fall,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like smash into the ground and
Yeah.
Ironheart.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Iron Man take that landing and get up with scrapes and.
Yeah, but
bruises.
Iron Man
Do you remember
suit
the
is at
scene?
the top level of
Yeah.
That is also
alloys
just like a
and-
very like unprofessional thing for the fucking like college to do.
Yeah.
Just like turn it off.
Ju-
While
without
she's
checking
mid-flight.
and
if it's
kick her out.
midair, yeah.
They could have possibly created the best supervillain in the world too.
Yeah.
You know,
Terminated her.
and like you said, where is
I'm shutting off funding to that school.
well, Shield doesn't exist anymore, right?
They
No,
do,
but-
right?
I
Doesn't
don't
Shield
think it's
always
I think
exist?
They changed it to something else.
Well, I think there is
Sword.
also
Sword.
Sword is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the space one,
but
right?
you're right. Why? I'm sure somebody has to be keeping an eye on somebody as brilliant as
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, maybe like fucking Kamala Khan though, and it's like, what are we even doing? You
Yeah.
know, like someone somewhere has to be keeping an eye
Yeah.
on this.
Because she's good, smart, but she could also be very dangerous. You know, she
Yeah.
can create
She's
the
smart
weapon
enough
to
to be
end the
dangerous.
world.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I would be like a little confused if at the end of this we don't have some kind of crossover with like Nick Fury or like Sam
Somebody.
Wilson or like Shuri even coming back and
Gotcha.
doing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It kind of I can't even picture how this ends.
Right.
So
You can't just leave someone like that rogue.
yeah,
She has to be affiliated. Somebody's got to be looking out for her.
Agreed.
Also,
But so far, nobody is.
yeah. Also, that elevator scene. Holy shit! She ripped that bar off so easily.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, she tore the thing
Yeah,
off
she
the
did.
wall.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa.
And then,
I'm going to have to try that sometime in an
Yeah,
elevator.
we
See
gotta
if
see
you
if
can
that
really do it.
actually do that.
Yeah,
Sir?
she got me with that. She's a petite girl, and when what's his name, John, and what are you gonna do? I'd be like, oh, he'd shove your face up your own ass. You know.
yeah, did you see the way she ripped that elevator apart?
I know.
Oh,
I know.
And even with the that's the other thing that got me. The underwater scene where she's swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Within 2 minutes, I was like, she's dead. She's drowning.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way it takes you. It took her quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird scene.
With no like gear
Mission
to let her
Impossible
breathe.
thing going on.
No, you know what was a weird scene when she was driving with.
Oh, singing?
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked the
It was
Alanis
just so
Morissette.
fucking long.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why the hell are they in this
Yeah.
car for so long? And what is it doing? It's doing nothing.
Yeah, that.
And I
that
think
was
I
actually
saw
weird.
in that scene. I think I saw the Mole Man from 1951 run by in a chase scene.
I will say though, like I kind of understand that they're going for the like Ezekiel like needs to be more confident and like demand more. So like clearly he's gonna be a bad guy where it's like, oh, he got his confidence and he's like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
he's putting Riri like in this rock and a hard place now.
It's funny. It's just like this one thing just makes him fucking like
Yeah.
go ballistic almost. Like
Yeah, we still don't know what he did to the neighbor with the dog. There could be something that he did bad to them,
Yeah, maybe.
and we don't know yet.
clip their fucking flowers.
Dog
Killed
fucking
yeah, we went over to snip the flowers, but he could have killed the dog. Too.
dog fucking shit on his lawn.
I mean, I don't
Next
think he
week, buddy was
killed
putting
the
fucking
dog or
robotics
anything.
into his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate crash out. Fucking crazy. Fucking shit on my lawn.
I seen the mole man running alongside the car.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I kind of like I cannot tell you how this
Favorite
show
scenes, least favorite scenes, final predictions
Yeah.
that aren't Mephisto.
Like honestly, don't be shocked if there's in some capacity a Robert Downey Jr. cameo. That's all I'll say.
On a screen, in person.
It's either gonna be a Tony Stark thing or it's gonna be like, oh, here's Tony Stark, and then it's like Doctor Doom or something. And I don't know. It would be fucking crazy if they just like introduced Doctor Doom in this, just like fuck with people.
Well, now with the knowledge that Downey marketed this or is behind marketing of this,
I mean, was just associated with it
Yeah.
because he's Iron Man.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's
Yeah.
odd.
Favorite scene, Natalie. I thought that
Yeah.
was awesome. Least favorite scene, I don't know. Even her getting where she had the potential to get crushed,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saying to myself, well, what kind of fucking suit is that anyway? If you can get crushed
Yeah.
by,
Yeah,
you
and,
know,
and again with that trope of, oh, I got it just in time.
Yeah.
I hate that.
yeah, I mean, you
absolutely
have
hate
to
that.
have some
Yeah.
high tech to be
It-
able to fly
Exactly.
and keep yourself balanced with some
Yeah.
kind of
That
gyro.
thing's hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
And now you're talking about, I don't know, not impressed, but
What'd you think?
Natalie was a good deal.
What'd you think of that whole weird bridge system of your car on conveyor belts? It's
Just
just
like
seems
Elon
weird.
Musk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it literally is that like Elon Musk like
Right.
fucking thing that's just like now it's just a tunnel.
Yeah, well, he was that magnetized tunnel thing he
Yeah.
wants to do. Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting how like I guess in the MCU like they're starting to do the thing where like I feel like the biggest criticism for like just superhero universes in general is that like nothing ever like societally changes.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're actually getting like technology that like is good because of fucking like superhero shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This watching the show and like even thinking about that made me think about like what was Armor Wars gonna be.
Fucking bring back Hammer, I guess.
Yeah, because it seems like that could be like a next logical step, honestly. But I think that's just done. So
All right.
yeah. Any predictions out of you guys for what's coming next?
I just have this thing that Stu is coming back somehow, and he's probably not going to be good.
Stu or John?
And John,
Oh,
I think John's coming back also. But
Like possessed souls of the damned or some
yeah,
shit.
but yeah, who knows? It could be something like that. Yeah, John's definitely going to be mean and angry because he already was teetering on that anyway. It's not going to be good. There's going to be definitely some big fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely Mephisto, but it'll be interesting to see like what his stake in all of it is, you know? Because like,
I think he's just there to fuck around. That's usually what he does. In the
yeah, like
comics.
does he just want the hood and like to like try to kill Riri for revenge? Is that just like something that he would be happy with? I don't know.
I think he's bigger than that. I hope he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, this is too...
I think it's a done deal. I think he's showing up.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I just hope that the story holds enough water, because he's not a little dude. He's not a little mischief.
Well, I think the whole thing is that like he doesn't currently have access to like this plane of existence, and like Hood is kind of like Hood stumbled into getting the hood and boots, and like that's how he's like starting to manipulate and like make the crack a little bigger, I guess.
So I'll show you this. Marvel Studios is teasing a surprise cameo in the upcoming episodes of Ironheart. On Tuesday, he finally arrives, and it's just like this shot of someone in a tunnel, just looking like this. Who would this be?
It almost looks like the Hood.
It does almost, yeah. Like he's
Well,
wearing red and like a suit.
I think if you zoom out a little,
That looks like
it's like it's an over the shoulder shot.
It is, yeah. Looks
So
someone,
I think it's
someone's
the-
holding a gun towards this person. So there's someone holding a gun, and then you move over and it's this person.
I think that is clearly the Hood, and it's the person holding the gun.
That's the cameo?
Yeah.
That would be an interesting tease, I guess. No, it's got to be whoever's in this hood. It can't be the hood.
I think it's the Hood. I think the guy in the hood is the Hood. I don't think that's too insane to say.
I don't think it's like a bad guess, but I'm like,
I don't know. I just feel like it would.
I don't know. It's someone in a suit wearing a hood, and there's like some kind of fucking like portal shit behind him.
Maybe it's Robert Downey Jr.?
Fucking like actually though.
Cloak and dagger.
Like maybe it's like actually kind of fucking Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
which would be crazy.
Yeah.
So it kind of like something about it just feels like the type of thing where it'd be like, oh yeah, it's Mephisto, but then it's just like actually not. I don't know. And the, like he finally arrives thing feels like very like a very like strong choice in wording, right?
Yeah.
Doom does like his whole thing is that his fucking mom's in hell or whatever. So yeah.
I'm going to go, if I have to say it, I'm going to go with Doom before Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
Only because right now the talk is all Doomsday.
Yeah.
If this was during Agatha and they would have said he finally arrives, I would have said, oh, we're going to see Mephisto. But yeah, you might be right. To me, it could just be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
walking through a time portal and straightening out shit that he needs.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It would definitely be the more interesting choice.
Yeah.
In my
Thank you.
opinion.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're
So-
more set up for that now than we are for
Mm-hmm.
Mephisto. 'Cause
I feel like Mephisto is the easy choice though, and it's like it's been rumored for so long, like especially that
Right.
it was going to take place in this
Right.
show. So
yeah,
I don't know.
it could go either way.
It
But
really could. It would be the ultimate crazy misdirect though if it's Robert Downey Jr.
because you had, I forgot the movie, but Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
aware of Loki being,
Yeah.
and he himself said, I have to be aware of these celestial, why wouldn't he be aware of, or Wong be aware of a potential Mephisto coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so Doom would be a lot more harder to detect
Yeah.
because no one's looking
And
out for it.
it kind of makes sense with like where everything's going with this
Yeah.
like mix of magic and tech.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So that would actually maybe lead us into Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, here's for hoping, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I'm still looking at the photo.
Can't tell, right?
He looks like he's wearing a tux, which
Mhm.
I just saw a photo of Mephisto in a tux.
Yeah.
With his cape.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I'd say my first guess is probably still Mephisto.
Yeah, that's what I'm. We could hope.
Yeah.
It's Doom.
I still just think it's the guy holding the gun.
Then who do you think it is?
What do you mean?
Who the fuck would it be if it's the guy?
I don't know.
holding the
Like
gun?
maybe fucking Nick Fury.
It's a white guy.
Oh,
Maybe like early comics Nick Fury.
Oh boy.
Nick Fury's son.
The Punisher.
You know what, viewers? Why don't you tell us who you think it is in the
Tell us who
comments?
you think it is
Yeah.
down in the comments below.
That all?
I think so.
That's
I think
all.
that's
It's
about
one
all
of the
I can-
Molemen.
I'm surprised we talked about it for this long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think I had any favorite or least favorite
Yeah, same.
moments, in all
Yeah.
honesty. It's
You're just
just,
going with the flow.
I'm just going with the flow of it. I'm still trying to,
Yeah.
and I hate to say it, Riri's my least favorite character.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
far, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like herky-jerky to me in this whole thing, and I just can't get a good read on the character.
They haven't given me a scene where I could like her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Yeah.
always about her. It's always about
It's
any
always
money,
about
it's
her.
always
She's just, she's
It
just
kind of
annoying.
just feels like nothing that she's doing is just that interesting or like important.
Yeah.
Kind
She
of
just goes in.
everything else is though.
the length of a day.
Oh, there's. How does she?
How does she do everything that she's
Yeah.
supposed to do and still be
And then go out at
someplace
night.
on time. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not like little
Not even
stuff.
Spider-Man could do that. He's
Nah,
never
it's
on
just
time. He
weird.
always
It's
missed
like they
stuff.
extend the days
Mhm.
like 56 hours now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she goes out and parties all night, comes home, and she's up early the next day doing
Yeah.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking of this fucking picture I saw of someone pouring Monster Energy into their coffee, and it says how to unlock the 25th hour of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Tuesday
3
again.
more episodes.
Yep.
From what I've heard, these last 3 are at least insane and spectacle compared to the.
Okay.
So this is
3.
only 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'll finish it on Tuesday. I'll watch one of them.
And we
And then-
have
Wednesday I'll probably hit.
Also,
I'll
I
hit
hate that they're dropping it at 9 p.m. 3 episodes. Just
Yeah, Ironheart.
I know. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be earlier. Yeah, kind of sucks.
All right.
Whatever.
Why?
I feel like 8 p.m. is just such a better time for like everybody on Earth. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. That's
It is what it is.
that's Ironheart. Next week we will wrap up Ironheart with the last 3 episodes.
Mhm.
Got a blast.
See you then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't touch the hood.